Hi, good evening, everybody. So before starting, I would like to briefly introduce, if it's working well, okay. I would like briefly introduce our club, SupeinClub, el Club Español en Japón, that our aim is to create a community for networking, enjoy and learn together. So one of the main objectives of our association, of our community, is to show and promote the Spanish language and culture among the Japanese people. But also another big and important objective is to give information about Japan to Spaniards and Spanish speakers. So today event, in today's event, we are going to learn about how to find the right job in Japan, being a foreigner, being expat. And the person who is going to talk today is Tomomi Haniu from Career-fly.
Okay, thank you very much, Raquel-san, for the introduction. Good evening, everybody, if you're in Japan. And hello, if you're in all the world. My name is Tomomi from Career-fly. And today I would like to give you some brief introduction about how to find a job in Japan. Okay, so let me share my presentation. Okay. So today's presentation is about how to do job hunting in Japan. In the very first meeting with Raquel-san and David, the co-founder of the SupeinClub, I totally surprised that the way of job hunting is totally different between in Spain and in Japan. And also there are very very few informations on websites about job hunting in Japan. So I hope I took this offer to give you the presentation about this, and I hope you will bring some ideas to your home, and then at the end of this presentation you all know the next step to do for job hunting. So the purpose of this job hunting, understand the system of job hunting in Japan and be prepared for better career and life in Japan. So we have 4 parts here. The first one is about the popular way of job hunting in Japan. Second is the positions and types of jobs with high demand. Third is tips for job hunting. And finally, question and answers. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Tomomi Haniu, so people call me Tomomi or Tomo. I'm from Japan, and I work as recruiter and career advisor in Career-fly. And my hobby is dancing flamenco, surfing, and cooking. I really feel very close to Spanish speaker people. So I'm really glad to have this opportunity here. Okay, so about Career-fly, we are a recruitment agency in Japan, which is helping the international talents who are looking for a job in Japan. And especially, we are strong at STEM domains like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, so let's go to today's main topic. First one is the popular way of job hunting in Japan. Okay. I could say there are three major ways to find jobs. First one is job platform and direct contact and recruitment agency. So let's take a closer look of each point. So first, job platform. Job platform is kind of like websites where you can see all the open job opportunities at once. And you can also apply through the website. So it is very convenient when you start to find a job. But there are very few websites like job platform which is available in English. So if you are not familiar with Japanese language, it could be a little bit difficult. Okay, and some of each platform has different companies' informations. So to find ideal companies, maybe you need to check up at least 2 to 3 job platforms. The merits is you can check a lot of opportunities. Most of the job platform has some like searching windows, and you can pull the select the tab items, and then you can get exactly what you want to do, what you want. For example, like if you want to put like the location, maybe Tokyo, and then job information like in Japanese teacher, English teacher or Spanish teacher, and then maybe expecting salary, and then you click the searching button and you can get all the information. So it's very convenient when you know what you want to do. Okay. And merits, I can tell that also you can send CV directly to the company, and then you can use this job platform whenever you want in your spare time and in your like on the weekends. So it's a merit. And if I have to say the demerits, for someone who has strong image of the career, so if you don't know what to do yet, it will be difficult to find because you need to type the job type of or job role to the searching window. So if you don't know what to do yet, it could be a little difficult to find a job from job platform. And then the next demerits could be no one checks your CV. In Japan, CV screening is really important. About 50% of the candidates will be not selected by CV screening, not even go to the interview. So if you want to make the perfect CV, and then maybe job platform is the second step. Okay? The second way of job hunting, direct contact. You can go to the website of the company you like or recruitment page of the company and then apply through the recruitment page. They all list up the possible opening positions, and then there is like apply button, so you can just fill the information and apply. So the recruiter of the company directly see your application. This is same as job platform, but with direct contact, you can really show you can show that company that you're really trying to get a job from this company. And merits, you can directly contact with the company, as I said, and then and the next one is with strong message to the company, easier to get hired. In Japan, many companies want someone who will work together as long as possible as a team member, not just temporary employee. So the passion towards the company is really important. The demerits, take time to find a company. How many of you know like more than 30 companies in your domain? I think it is difficult in the beginning to know and to find the good companies. So direct contact is maybe a way to use when you know the the certain company's name that you want to try. And next demerits could be, again, no one checks your CV. This is the same thing as the job platform. And the third part is sometimes no English page. Depends on the company. The English page exists and don't exist. So if you are not familiar with Japanese language, it could be a little demerits. Finally, recruitment agency. It's like Career-fly. I heard that in Spain, using recruitment agency is for like some like mature people or like a senior people. But in Japan, recruitment agency is pretty much for everybody, not only experts, but also like juniors, fresh, new graduates, and so on. So please feel relaxed and feel free to contact recruitment agency. An agency is a consultant between the hiring company and the candidate. So the agencies know a lot of information about the hiring company. And then agency can support you until the day of your joining day. So if you are not familiar with recruitment in Japan or companies in Japan, maybe it's fastest or easiest to get a lot of information about your career if you contact to the recruitment agency. So the merits, you can get advice of a career, not only just one specific position, but the career advisor can tell you the career path in Japan and the milestone to put to get ideal job. And you can get advice of marketing, of making better CV. So as I told you, CV is really important in Japan. So to make better CV, the agency can give you some advices. And you don't need to find a job by yourself. After the first step of recruitment agency is talking with your recruiter or career advisor. And then according with your CV over your CV, you and your advisor will communicate, talk, discuss about your career. And then according to the story, the advisor will propose you some matching or ideal positions or job descriptions to you. And then you will pick up the job descriptions that you want to apply. So basically, you don't have to find any job by yourself. And finally, you can get mentor for job hunting. So job hunting is maybe not only one time for your career. So not only one time, but if you find a good mentor for job hunting, it will be plus for your career in the future too. And the demerits. Yes, everything has merits and demerits. Recruitment agencies' demerits will be the number of jobs to be proposed are only 4 or 5 in general. The jobs that the agency can propose you are only the companies which agency have contract with. So depends on the job recruitment agency, the number of the job proposal and also the contents of the job proposal will be different. So first, maybe it will take time for you to find the right agency. And then they will give you about like 4 to 5 because it will be difficult for you to proceed more than 10 or something at the same time. Your time is limited, okay? So that's kind of like demerits if you want to try a lot of companies at the same time. And the second one is quality of service depends on the consultant. So not only depending on the company, depends on each consultant or each advisor, the advices and suggestions will be different. So sometimes once you talk to a agency and then you don't get along with the client, the consultant, and then maybe you have to change the agency. So this could be a demerit. So let's see some major services in Japan. So I put the two informations here. So first of all, job platform. In Japan, there are a lot of job platforms for international talents. For example, I think most of you know daijob.com and Ninja, Indeed, and Wantedly, etc. Daijob.com is one of the biggest platform for international talents, and they have pretty much most of the domains job informations. And Ninja is kind of like for Japanese native level people. So if you are confident about your language skill, maybe visiting Ninja is one solution. And Indeed is one of the biggest job platform in Japan, not only for international talents, but also for Japanese people. And Indeed recently bought Glassdoor. Glassdoor is one of the biggest job platform in all of the world. So I could say that most of the job informations are in Indeed. And if you want to find some job which is required business level English and not in Japanese, maybe you can search a job with a searching window in English, and then you can get some information about the job. And Wantedly. Wantedly is a job platform for IT engineers. So and also some of the companies have sales and customer services jobs on Wantedly, because the Wantedly is a platform where the IT and or like venture startup company often use. So if you are interested about startups or like venture companies, please visit. And for PhD students, I found an agency called ph.d agent. So please visit there, and maybe you can get some valuable information. For recruitment agency, I will give you some information. So on top of that, I put Career-fly, it's us, and our strongest point is STEM field. So if you're the STEM field person, please contact us. And next one is RGF. This is a group company of Recruit. Recruit is one of the biggest recruitment company in Japan. And RGF is the company which is specialized for international talents. And Robert Walters, they have mainly have like executive positions and also like international companies. And Career Clause, they also have international talents positions, and there are more and more. So if you are interested, please find some recruitment agency in Japan, and please find the one that you like. And then maybe most of you are wondering how to find the direct company. So to find the direct company, maybe you can start from study about the domain. If you are in the domain of manufacturing, you can search manufacturing company, maybe ranking on Google, and then you can find top 10 companies in Japan in that domain. Or maybe you can make it a little more narrow, like not only manufacturing, but like car, and then you can find a list of car industry companies. So study about the domain is one of shortcut to find a good company that you like. Okay? And then decide the domain. Maybe not only one, but also some of the domains could be interesting for you. So after studying about some domains, please decide one and then do the job hunting, because that will be easier for you. The point which I say it's easier for you is because the reason for job change, you don't have to change it. If the domains are different, and then you have to create the reason for job change or reason for wanting the position in this domain for each domain. So just one and focus on it. That could be easiest and fastest job hunting in Japan. Okay. And check the company in the domain. Okay, so again, if you list up and you can find it. And also, there are some books which have the list of the companies or the value of the companies. So if you want to know more about the companies list, go to the bookstore and then find some company list and check it out. It could be this thick, but they have a lot of information. Okay, let's go to the theme 2, the positions and types of job which are in demand. First of all, let me tell you about the GDP. GDP is kind of like a health check of the country. And then also it's kind of like the health check of the industry. So the more percentage the industry have, the more and better the industry is growing. Okay. So in Japan, recently, the ratio of the GDP is like this: 18.5% for makers, mechanical manufacturing companies, and then 19.9% for services, hospitality, and then 14.5% for retail, 11.8% for real estate, 5.9% for constructions, and 18% for others, and 9.1% for public, and others are NPO and NGOs. But maybe after the COVID-19, this GDP ratio has been changed. Maybe makers and hospitality ratio get a little like smaller, and IT and food industries got a little bigger. And recruiting market. So this is a job ratio of job openings to job applicants. So if we have more job openings comparing to the job hunters, and then it could be plus, the number will be plus. So if you see the right side, and that's the ratio, okay? And then since 2000, oh, this is for the for Japanese the way of Japanese counting Japanese years. So today is, oops, sorry. From the center, the two lines left, or now. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's gonna be the very right is now to this year's February. Okay. So the ratio gets a little down, but still it's about 1.4. Means still there are more job openings than the job hunters. Okay. So the market is not that bad yet. Okay, and then the next data is industry to grow with IoT. So IoT is stands for Internet of Things, and this is a very new thing in IT industry, and then it will connect any industry to IT. So the major industries which will connect with IoT will be manufacturing, and cars and transportations, and entertainment. And this is kind of like new data. So under the COVID-19, many industries got affected. But look at this graph. This is a graph of the number of new opening positions in 2020 May. So it's like under COVID-19, the opening positions. The biggest one is developer, software developer. And next one is mechanical and software designer. And then third one is flat panel and display. And the next one is factory automation and industrial robots, and blah, blah, blah. So basically, technical positions remain open or actually grew during the COVID-19. And this is the jobs which could disappear within 10 years with technology. Like accounting will be disappeared in like about 40%, and assistants, call centers, and human resource, laws, technical support, marketing, etc. will be are said to be disappear within like 10 years with this ratio. So if you're in this domain or in this area, maybe you need to get a little more skill comparing to the related to your own domain. For example, if you are accountant, and then maybe you can learn a little about like IT tool which is used for accountant, so that you can use IT instead of taking away the job by IT. So study the market and decide your career. Depends on the market, the positions which are required in demand are different, and also the growth in the future are different. And opening positions, the number of opening positions are different. So please find the market that you are interested in or in your domain, and where you can easily find the job, so that it will be easier for you to get a job and also keep growing in the market. And finally, tips for job hunting. First one is CV. Again, CV is really important. So these are 3 tips about CV. First, match the language with the JD. So if the JD means job descriptions, so if the job description is written in Japanese, maybe the company is looking for someone who can speak or write Japanese. So it will be better to write a CV in Japanese. If the job description is written in English, and then maybe they're looking for someone who can speak English, or maybe the person who judge the CV is the English speaker. So please make it in English. Second one is 2 types of CV. In Japan, there are mainly 2 types of CV. First one is called 履歴書, and second one is called 職務経歴書. The first one is kind of like summary of your experience and your personal data. And second one is your job detail. So maybe you need to prepare 2 CVs. And then the last one is CV should have all the information. Some of you put the summary of your work on the CV. But again, CV screening is the most important part of job hunting for the recruitment companies. So they want to know the details of your work as much as possible through CV. So please put all the information that you can on the CV. And the interview tips. First, a jacket is the best tool for interview. Even though the web online interview, even though it's summer, please put a little jacket. It will give the others a very good image of yourself. And then most likely people say, please kindly take off your jacket, it's okay, and then you can take it off. But a jacket is the best tool for interview to make best impression of yourself. And prepare a minimum Japanese language. Even though the company doesn't require any Japanese, if the interviewer are Japanese people, please say the greetings and thank you in Japanese. こんにちは、 or arigatou gozaimasu. These two basic Japanese will make the interview much better. And conclusion first. When you are asked some questions, obviously in the interview you will be asked many questions, please talk from the conclusion. Like if the question was like when, and then please start with when. If the question was who, and then you can start with who, because the interview time is limited. So they would like to know the answers really quick. So conclusion first is very good way to do the interview. And also conclusion first way can make you like look very smart. Okay. So the third tip is salary in Japan. Maybe you won't need to negotiate the salary with the company. So please use this information for you. Okay, the average, the top range is from 3 to 4 million JPY. So this is kind of like the average, but still there are a lot of the gap between the salaries. So actually depends on your market or job, the salary average is different. So please find your salary rate average on the internet before you negotiate the salary with the company. And the visa. So depends on the visa you have, the work you can do are different or limited. If you have student visa, you can work 28 hours per week. And if you have working visa, you can work full-time job, which relates to your degree. And if you have dependent visa, wife or husband are Japanese, and you don't have any limits for work. And if you have designated visa number 46, the people who go to the university in Japan also has N1 certification. You can get this, so you can get high communication skill job too. Okay, so these are the points of job hunting. I have told you about the basic way of job hunting and about the market information and the tips for job hunting. So this is Q&A time. If you have any questions throughout my presentation, please leave your message on the comment so that I will answer to your any questions. So Raquel-san, can you pick up any questions that you want to know?
Hi. Tomomi, thank you very much for your nice presentation. It was very interesting. In fact, we have a lot of questions. So before moving to the questions, I would like to tell all of you that in a couple of days, we will upload this video in our social media. So please check our Facebook and social media, and also Career-fly media if you want to see the video again.
Okay.
So in fact, you have already answered it or partially answered some of the questions, but
I did.
I'm going to ask you the questions again because some people enter in later, and it's nice if we can discuss about those questions carefully. So let's start from the beginning. The first one is the question is if you could share some English job platforms where you can find job. So you show one slide with different English,
Yes.
not only English, but yeah.
Okay, but this platform, Daijob, Ninja, Indeed, and Wanted. Daijob and Ninja, you can use English because they are for international talents, and Indeed, you can find both Japanese and English. and wantedly mainly Japanese, but some of the informations are in English.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's move to the next one.
Yes.
Is about the recruitment agencies. They want to know if it's a free service in Japan.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. So recruitment agencies are free service in Japan. And the reason is because recruitment agency get money from the hiring company. So no worries. This is not a volunteer, but it's kind of like being a business and no charge from the job seekers.
Okay, so we don't need to pay
No.
directly. So we have several questions too, talking about the technical, if it's needed to have a technical portfolio to apply for jobs in Japan. You were showing us different type of jobs, so
Yes.
maybe it's quite broad.
Okay, so I mentioned about like two types of job of CV, right? So one is kind of like summary of yourself, like personal information, like your name, address, email address, phone number, your like study records and your company records. That's it. And then another one is about the job detail or your experience detail, like what you actually did for your PhD or what you just what kind of like job you have experience or internship, and that's called shokumu keirekisho. So maybe you can call this for technical CV.
Okay.
So if you have this one and also the summary, and then that's perfect.
Following that that comment, if they ask if those two CVs are the only useful in Japan, if you have other templates or any other types of CVs.
Okay, so it's kind of like yes and no. Most of the companies prefer to receive two types of CVs because it will make much more easier for them to understand about your experience. So if you have time and you want to follow the rule of the Japanese type, and then please download some type format of from internet. You can download them. And then if you trying to get a job in international company or like very like startup or ventures which uses English for common language, and then maybe you can use your English CV to the company.
If those agencies are specialized or every agency can help very different profiles.
Okay, so there are actually two types of agencies. One is agency which is like specifically specialized for one domain or like some domains, and then one is for like in the general. So I think most of the agency puts the kind of like the area of domain that they can help in the very top of their website. So please check their each website. And then even though if you contact to the wrong domain agency, if the consultant is nice, and then they will suggest you some other consultants, or they will kindly reject your application. So don't hesitate and just please try, and then maybe you can find another way.
So we have here another question about if you recommend LinkedIn for looking for job in tourist industry.
Tourist industry. Okay, tourist industry. Yes, indeed works. So yeah, but actually under this COVID-19 situation, tourist industry puts less opening jobs. So please find not only in Indeed, but also other platforms too.
So again, coming back with the recruitment agencies types, do you have any experience or any recommendation for an agency for artistic positions, such as graphic designers or illustrators that have the service in English?
Okay, illustrators. Okay. Well, actually, the Ninja and Daijob, they are like kind of like a general. I'm sorry. For the agency, maybe you can contact to. Okay, some agencies like. Hold on. Designers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be. I found a designer agency which called Redesigner. It's I guess spell like R-E designer. So it's it's a agency which specifically focusing on designer. And also for UI UX, maybe you can contact some agencies which is strong at IT domain. They most of the agency include UI UX or like front end techniques or like roles for IT.
Yeah, that could be related. In fact, we have a couple of more questions talking about something more personal about which type of agencies could work for management job or so on. So if you don't mind, I think that it's better if they contact to you directly, because then you can have some discussion and you can show them some tips or some advice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so all the participants, please don't hesitate to contact Tomomi, and you can ask them some more specific questions in that case.
Okay, so please contact me through any SNS if you want with these QR codes.
So just as general and final question is about the Japanese level.
Okay.
Which Japanese level is required or more convenient for the most convenient for looking for a job in Japan?
Okay, so maybe most of you know JLPT. So it's kind of like Japanese language certification. Okay, so in that grade, we have from N5 to N1, and then the most companies say that it's business level in N2.
N2.
Yes, N2. If you have N2, and then the opportunity will be very wide. But even though if you don't have N2, actually the most important part is the communication. So if you want to get a job like really like quickly, and then please get a Japanese friend and please keep talking with them, and then it will be better, and it will help you to pass the process. Also, even though you don't have any Japanese language skill, if you have something like some strong skill in other part, and then it's possible for you to find a job.
What about the jobs requiring Spanish language?
Okay, for Spanish language, honestly speaking, there are like less opportunities compared to English speaking, but still we have. And that would be like the markets which is like in the business with Spain or South America. So for example, like retail, car industries, and manufacturing industries.
So then there are many options, in fact.
I think so. Not a lot of, but still you can find any.
The number is not so large, but there are options.
And yeah, let's hope for like Japanese government to have business with Spanish area in the future more.
So I think that we are going to finish this online webinar that we still just 1 hour. Is just to remind all of you that we are going to upload this video in our media. And please, if you have more questions, ask Tomomi, that she is very kind, and she will answer you any question you have.
Okay, thank you. I just see the comment from Isa that she cannot scan the code. So I will leave my email address here. So please contact me directly. Tomomi@career-fly.com. Please email me.
You can find the email in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, when uploading the video, we will show all the contact information for you.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, for participating today. Thank you very much, Tomomi, for your nice presentation and very useful information. Really, very nice.
Thank you very much for having me for this presentation. I really enjoyed, and thank you very much.
Thank you. See you soon.
See you soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night.